Hey guys, welcome back to another Motivation Monday here at the HR Boss. I am going to turn on the Instagram live now, so just give me 1 second. 1 second. Welcome. We just give some time for Facebook to notify people. We're live on Instagram. Awesome. All right. Hey guys. Hey. Thanks for joining me today for the live. I promise I won't be long today. Okay, everybody can see me. Hi. Just give it like a couple more seconds so some more people join. Hi guys. Couple more seconds. Bye. My keyboard is not cooperating tonight. Awesome. Hi guys. Tonight we're dealing with difficult people and navigating the workplace, a tough workplace. How to maintain your integrity through the whole thing. Now, this is a topic that was like highly anticipated, and I decided to do it to come like share my knowledge with you guys about how I navigate a tough workplace and how I deal with difficult people. And we deal with difficult people every single day. I'm not saying that our clients are difficult, but difficult people are just a part of life. So we're just gonna give a couple seconds more for more people to hop on, and then we can have like dialogue tonight where we take questions and look at different people's experience of dealing with difficult people. Welcome guys. Look at this madness, play. Welcome. All right, so I think that's enough time for Instagram to notify people that we're on. So I'm going to start. Hi people on Facebook. Okay. Dealing with difficult people. When I first entered the workplace, I should say, as a young person, I'm still a young person, but I thought that I had left high school or left primary school, and I thought that the workplace was going to be different from primary school or high school. I really had a positive outlook on the workplace. I did. But I slowly began to realize when I entered the workplace at 21 that the workplace was just like primary school and high school. People are very much so in their cliques. There's a certain lunch crew that eats lunch together. There's a certain crew of people that go on weekends together. There's a certain crew that lime on weekends and on Fridays after work. There's a certain crew. Their crews and their cliques in business. I didn't understand that when I first entered the workplace, right? So me now, I generally thought that people were mature and the workplace would be different from school, and these will be all professional people that we're working with, and I will have none of the issues that I had at high school or at UB because these are professional grown people, big people with children, as my mom says. Little did I know that the workplace is an extension of school, or was an extension of school. The people never grew up. They still rolled in cliques. They still had lunch buddies, and they still demonstrated the petty behaviors that make working very uncomfortable and very uneasy. So as a young person, when I entered the workplace, I think I became a junior manager around 24. There were people that made my life exceptionally hard. When I first started out being a junior manager, like there were people that I was managing that was my age, and there were people that made my life so hard just to do basic duties because of my age. And I had to develop coping mechanisms on how do I deal with these people and still be effective or still be productive at my current job. By the way, guys, I'm serving y'all bun tonight. I'm serving bun. If y'all like the bun, you can just click some likes, some hearts, sorry. Right, so I had to find out how to navigate work in order to still be effective at my job and not get fired, because my job was to manage these people to get the job done. And I was a young manager, so people didn't really feel in me. People don't want to do nothing so that I could get fired. But I still did. Anyways, so I realized that regardless of what type of person you are, there are going to be difficult people in your workplace. So the best thing to do is to navigate strategy, or try to come up with strategies on how to deal with these people so that you could get your job done and everybody could keep their job, right? So the first thing I did was to understand the different types of people that I had to work with. So I ain't come work to love for friends. If you go to work to love for friends, that's your thing. But what I sought to do was to try to understand the different types of people that were in my team or in my company. So I realized there were a type of people who were there from 8 to 5, and these is people that punch at 8 and left at 5, and you can't ask them nothing after 5. You can't ask them nothing on weekends. They're there from 8 to 5 to do their work, get paid, and go home. So that's one type of person. Then I realized that there was a different type of person who they're from 8 to 5, there to do their work and go home. But between 8 to 5, them is only do 4 hours of work because them all over the office talking and gossiping and talking about their weekend, talking about PTA matters, selling fare tickets, walking about with the children's sponsor worksheet. Second type of people. So there's one type, do their work, go home, 8 to 5. They can work hard and grind for you for those 8 or 9 hours. Second type, they're from 8 to 5, but they can be doing everything else but the people work. Third type of person, don't care about nothing. So they're there, they come work late. Every single opportunity they have to take vacation and sick leave, they're going to milk it. So they're going to milk every opportunity to take sick leave, milk every opportunity to take vacation, and they generally don't care about the strain they're putting on their other team members. So keep up. So the first type of person in the office is the person that works 8 to 5, go home, don't ask them nothing on weekends, nothing after 5, but they will give you their all for that 8-9 hours. The second type of person, the person that's there from 8 to 5, but they can only work 4 hours because they're busy passing around sponsor sheets and selling fare tickets. The third type of person is the person that will pretty much capitalize on the company's time by coming to work whenever they feel like, taking 2-hour lunches and trying to make it look as though they're doing work, but they're really not doing any work. Them is people that don't care. Milk sick leave, milk vacation, take everything that they possibly can out of the company. That's the third type of person. Fourth type of person, a person who is at the company forever and think that they own the company. They don't own the company. They're at the same level as you or probably under you, but because they've been there from time immemorial, they think the company belongs to them. The company does not carry their last name. They're not related to the owners by any stretch of the imagination, but they think and they behave as though the company is theirs. That's the fourth type of person. The fifth type of person is the person who will let you know that they are related to or they get bring to the company. So the position that they have, they didn't have to apply for. They were placed in that position by the owner of the company or the board. And generally, you can't do them nothing because they were placed in that position. So that's the fifth type of person. So what I did when I first entered the workforce and what I advise you to do is to assess the type of people in your team. And once you have categorized the different types of people in your team, it is much easier for you to build strategy on how to deal with these types of people because everybody is different. You know what I mean? Hi guys, thanks for waving. I can try to wave back at everybody. Okay, awesome. So once you've identified the different types of persons in your team, it is much easier to deal with these characters in the team. So the first thing I do, I assess, okay, these type of people are the people that are willing to work for me. The 8 to 5 person, don't ask them nothing on weekends or after work. Them can work hard. So I can delegate tasks to them, but I can make sure I'm respectful of their time. The person that milks sick leave and vacation, I can make sure that I give them tasks way ahead of time because chances are they may be at work that's our way. Or I may give the task to a more reliable person. We've all been through group projects at UB and we've all done Yeah, we all been through. Let's use group projects. We've all been through group projects at UV, and we all know that there's always that one team member that don't pull their weight. No, I lying. There are always many team members at UV that don't pull their weight, but you have to know, you have to assess your team members so that you can strategize how to move. The same concepts that you apply at UV is the same thing that occurs in the workplace. There are always going to be team members that do not pull their weight in the teams at work. Work, like I said when it opened, is no different from school. There are cliques and there are members of your team that are not going to pull their weight. And quite frankly, there are members, the team leader, who could be your department manager, might not be the brightest bulb in the pack. So you might be the team leader, you might be a team member, but you might be pulling the full weight of the team. That makes sense? Oh, we got some people on Facebook. Hi guys. Y'all could be asking, you guys can ask me questions or make comments, and I would read them out. Somebody saying, yes, God, because you can't kill them, just work and let me go home. All right, cool. So how do we deal with these different types of people? So first, we assess the types of people they are, and secondly, we come up with a strategy. It makes no sense you frustrating yourself or you getting vexed that you put in all the effort and doing all the work and you're not being rewarded or the company's overlooking you. Companies care about profit. Companies care about profit. The only way the employee comes into that picture is where the employee is linked directly to the productivity of the employee equals profit. That's the only way the caring of you comes into the whole situation. So you have to realize that, hey, Amanda, you have to realize that regardless of where you go, regardless of where you work, you could work in a school, you could work in a bank, you could work in a telecoms company, people can be difficult. So it don't make any sense fighting up and saying, that person is a real difficult person, or I can't work with her. Just analyze the type of person they are and look for a strategy to work around the person. It's that simple. We had to do it at school in group projects. We had to do it in primary school. The workplace is no different. There's got some idiot in the group that you have to work with. Second thing, how do you navigate a extremely tough workplace? There are some people that make work or the workplace so toxic, so unnecessarily toxic. There's some people that just take up all their problems from home, and just from the time they reach the door at work, you could almost feel the burdens that they walk from home into the office with on you. All their bad vibes from their bad weekend, it just descend on your life. And in the workplace, you can't control the types of people that you come into contact with. That's the truth. But what you can control is what you allow to come into your life, or what the energy that you choose to onboard. So for me, when I come in contact with toxic employees, I don't want that toxic energy in my life. I have a happy life. I come from a happy family, a happy home. I'm in a happy relationship, and I don't want that toxic energy in my life. So I don't take it on anymore. I don't onboard the toxic energy. I just kind of let it go. And a lot of us bring home a lot of toxic energy from work. Before we punch out and left it there at the punch clock, we kind of take that toxic energy home, go home and quarrel to everybody about it, go home and talk on your phone. You believe what she do today? Like, nobody ain't got time for that. Leave toxic energy at work. That's the next thing to navigate in a tough workplace. Because if you take it on, it's going to cause stress. It's going to cause high blood pressure. It's going to cause you to it's going to filter into other areas of your life, your relationships with your family and your friends, and you don't want that from a workplace, though. You want that from a workplace? So just leave toxic energy at the punch clock. The next thing to navigate in a tough workplace, you want to know the devil that you're dealing with, right? Yes, Amanda, it's harder said than done. You want to know the devil that you're dealing with. If I know I got a manager who is not the brightest bulb in the pack and who makes life unnecessarily difficult for me, I have to know how to, there's an art or a system to dealing with certain people. I gotta know how to address the person when they kind of got good moves. I gotta learn the person. It's just like when you in a relationship with some person, how you learn their moods. The same thing with a manager. You learn their moves, learn what they like, what they don't like. I ain't telling you to be a manager, friend. We ain't gonna work for friends. We can work to make money. But I want you to understand there is a system of dealing with people. You assess the person, and you learn how to deal with the person in a way that makes your life as an employee easier. So it's not like friends enough or whatever, but you learn how to deal with the person in a way that makes your life as an employee a lot easier. Okay, all right. Next thing in a tough workplace, you have to understand that although you are worthy of a raise or you're worthy of recognition, you might not always get it because of who you are. And a lot of we take that personal, not sure why we seek to validate our self-worth or our value as an employee based on recognition from a company. Listen, you are awesome. All of you and all of your talent is awesome. You do not need somebody to give you a plaque or a pin or a postcard or Employee of the Year or a plastic award to let you know that you are an awesome employee and you add value to that company. A lot of us sit down and like wait, I just do all of this and nobody don't notice. I just carry home all this work and I never got nominated for Employee of the Quarter, Employee of the Month, or Employee of the Year. Validate yourself. If you know that you've put in all that you can as an employee and they're not recognizing you, recognize yourself, doses. Recognize yourself. If you know that the work that you're putting in is aiding in your professional development, that should be enough for you. Because when you leave that organization and you go elsewhere or you start your own business, that's a skill set that you have built that nobody can take from you. So you putting in all the work and going extra for somebody else, you can't imagine how, if you had to work for yourself, the kind of discipline and skill set you would have if you work for yourself. So when I started HR Boss, I had to, my work ethic was real poor. But I realized, if I don't work and if I don't be consistent at what I do, I ain't getting the money. So I had to practice at my day job, putting in the work and being consistent, and that kind of overflowed into every single element of my life. I began to be consistent in every element of my life. So instead of waiting on a company to say, well, yeah, Jamila's work good, or we should give her a plastic trophy from Trophy World, or we should give her a piece of mahogany with her name carved in it, I started to celebrate my small wins. And I think that's a major key, to navigating a difficult workplace where there's a lot of favoritism and there's a lot of politics. Celebrating your own self and celebrating the progress that you've made. So if you know that you are a better employee this year than you were last year, do something for yourself though. Buy a new work outfit, take yourself to the spa, do something for yourself. Do not wait on other people to celebrate you. That's how I feel about things. I think that a lot of employees sit down and wait on a company to plan engagement programs for them or to Amanda. A lot of people that sit down and literally wait on companies to plan staff parties, in staff sports days, and engagement activities to make you feel special. But that's just money. That's just them planning them things to make themselves look good. Ain't got nothing to do with you or your personal development. You should be working on developing yourself professionally. So a lot of you get and say, oh, my company don't send me training. Nobody never send me to a training workshop no way. But you're going to 6 crop over fets, totaling $1,000 in a week span. You could have used that money to do a by map course. Get your priorities right. To navigate a difficult workplace, you have to be, let me use my sociology words, intrinsically motivated. It means that you have to know the worth, or you have to know what you're bringing to the table. Matter of fact, you might be bringing the whole table. You might be bringing the table and a folding chair. So I think that a lot of employees, they wait for a company to make them feel motivated, or they complain and they moan and they grumble to each other about a workplace being toxic. Accept it for what it is. The place toxic and the place full of politics. But how can I make the best out of this situation? Can I use the income that I'm earning to start a business? Can I use the income that I'm earning to develop professionally? What training programs they're offering? How much I could do before I skip this place? Fact. So it's a business, it's a business transaction. You get what you can get out of me. Let me see what you can get out of you. So I think a lot of people, they become very bitter as persons because they think that the organization owes them something. It's like an attitude of entitlement almost. It is like, how dare you not give me what I want, or how dare you not recognize me? A lot of employees have an entitled attitude. And to be quite honest, I used to have an entitled attitude now, until I started to change my mindset and understand that our organization is a business. A business is making money. If a business does not make money, it can't operate. You understand? So when I understood that running a business requires money and the whole bottom line mattered, my mindset started to completely shift. All right. So how do you maintain your integrity and navigate through a toxic workplace? Honestly, your character, especially when you live in a small island. I know there's some people locked on from different Caribbean islands on Facebook, right? When you live in a different Caribbean island, when you live in a small Caribbean island, your character is everything, you know. Like, everybody knows everybody, and if you don't know the person directly, guarantee that somebody knows them or somebody went to school with them. So if somebody asks you, yo, you know this girl called Amanda, Aline, or Sophia Farley, 9 times out of 10, if they don't know who it is, they can find somebody that went to Amanda's school and find out what type of person Amanda is. Now, the account that they may be giving of Amanda is not at Amanda's current state of development, you know. That person must know Amanda from school days, you know. But the person is going to tell Amanda what they remember about Amanda when she was at school. Is that fair? No. But in the workplace, people use whatever dirt they can find on you to basically dig up and throw in your face. So how do you maintain your integrity? Be professional. Be as professional as possible. Keep your word. If you say that you are going to be X place at X time, be X place at X time. If you say that you are going to meet X deadline, meet X deadline. If you start to miss out on your deadlines and stop keeping your word, people are not going to take you serious as a professional or a business person. People don't take you seriously if you keep missing deadlines. Next thing, maintaining your integrity is, your actions has a lot to do with it too. I think that a lot of people, what's this going on here? I think that a lot of people want to be seen as professionals, but they really don't know what that means or what that is. I think that a major part of building your integrity is by consistently being good to other people, consistently doing what you say you will do, and consistently performing at a high standard. Now, navigating through a tough place and dealing with difficult people, you have to understand that people will point out, you see those, you could be doing good all through the work year, you know. You could be consistently submitting good projects, you know, and you could have one bad day where you're off and you're not really on top of your game, and people can say, you know what, a customer come in here and she flip out on the customer. This time you just be like a calm person right through, you know, but you have one bad day, you flip out on the customer, and the customer completely, and everybody scandals your name. Similarly, you are consistent at submitting reports on time, producing high quality work, and you have one bad day, that's all people will remember you for. So in order to maintain your integrity and a high reputation in the workplace, all I'm going to say is try to be as consistent as possible. These are the strategies that I use to kind of carry me through being a junior manager from 24, and it was not easy, to be honest, because people, especially when you're young, people is look to cry you down at every single angle. Like, even this weekend, I was dealing with some real serious, like, older people in the industry, legit sitting around and having conversations about me and my business. And I'm like, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? So I am not saying that all the strategies I gave you tonight are going to be something that comes easy and comes naturally. It comes with maturity and it comes with practice. You have to practice keeping it cool. You have to, when people send you emails that irritate you, you can't be typing way so to answer back in frustration. Never respond to email when you're frustrated, even if the person comes at you sideways. There are different things that you could do to temper your anger so that the person doesn't have you responding in anger and frustration on a written, on a hard copy of something that can haunt you for the rest of your life. And all of these are things that we call business etiquette. And if it is that you struggle with these things, or you're like me and you're new in the workforce and you don't quite understand how to relate to people, you don't really quite understand how to deal with workplace politics, we have a course on March the 2nd dealing with business etiquette. 2 hours. I ain't really the best at business etiquette, but I've gotten the best trainer. I'm not teaching the course. I have the best business etiquette coach. She is from an offshore company. She's gonna come in and talk to us because I need help too with business etiquette and really navigating a difficult workplace and how to deal with people. So if you're interested in our course, you can always register. There are only 10 seats remaining. That's how high demand the course is, right? But for those of you who are late, I will leave the replay up. And I'm going to take some questions now because it's now 25 minutes into live. All right, so I can read some comments and take some questions. These are close. All right. Thank you guys for joining on Facebook and on Instagram. I don't see any questions. So I'm going to assume that it's time to go. Okay, so just a recap before we go. Dealing with difficult people, remember to assess the difficult people and gain strategies on how to deal with them. Your strategies could include, oh, there's a question. Answer the question quick. Dazzle Beauty Spa. Your questions could include, your strategies could include knowing what to give certain people in terms of delegation, or knowing who to place on what team, knowing which co-worker to follow up on things a lot more if they're not consistent, because them not meeting their deadlines affects you meeting your deadlines and can make you look just as bad. Number 2, to navigate a difficult workplace, you have to accept that there is going to be workplace politics. There are going to be people who are going to be favored, and you have to learn to own your own engagement, own your own personal development, own your own professional development in order to advance yourself as a professional. You can't wait on a company to advance you professionally. And number 3, how to maintain your integrity and your professionalism. You have to do what you say you're going to do. Keep your word, and that's the most important thing. So those are 3 tips to deal with difficult people, navigate a tough workplace, and to maintain your professional integrity. I think a question was coming through, but I don't see it. So I'm going to close off now. I'm going to leave the live replay up. So I'll see you guys next week, Monday. Bye, guys. Oop.